He's got a floppy bird, boys.
Easy there, Bubbles.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a Bubbles impersonation, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bud.
Like anything out of my left eye. Like I can, but everything's super blurry. I can't read anything.
But your right eye's fine.
Did you have?
Yeah, my right eye's good. The right eye's the one they worked on today. So like once the right eye's fixed, and like in the next, I don't know, probably
Hi, Tori.
Hi.
in the next like hour and a half or so, like I'll be good to go. But for now, everything's like super bright.
Oh,
So I can't. I had lasers.
Did you get dilated? Is that why?
It's not really dilation because I dilated both eyes, but my left eye is good now. It's the lasers, so it's all the bright flashes and they're burning your eye and shit.
Lasers.
It's really fun.
Yeah. Well, now you have an excuse to wear an actual eye patch.
Oh no, only for the next hour, I hope. Because
Well,
it sucks. It sucks so hard.
Even
Feel like you
beyond,
can still
even
wear an eye
beyond
patch.
that. Yeah. So even beyond that.
Like this is like a shitty, just like piece of gauze,
Yeah.
medical tape to my face. It's not very comfortable.
No.
And we went for a walk, so it's like full of sweat and shit.
Uh-oh.
It's pretty fun.
Shouldn't you walk with your feet?
No, I scoot my ass along the road like a dog.
That's
Worms.
Okay, fair enough.
So-
Yeah, that's not
Oh
weird.
God. Okay.
Don't
All
judge me. You don't know me.
I wouldn't. I
No.
would never.
Never.
Well, we're expecting a few more people, a couple more
Actually
people in
surprised.
here.
This camera works like really well. Wow.
So, but
I had to change computers because my desktop built-in camera doesn't want to work for Zoom, but it'll work for Discord, which makes zero sense to me, and I'm too lazy to figure it out right now. So
don't blame you.
now you're on my laptop, which is much smaller.
Hey, here's Boots.
Hey yo.
Hey,
Hello.
hold on. She's like, hey.
Oh, I seriously thought she was sideways for a second. Was she?
I did too. I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it looks like Chris is on his way too.
When she gets back on, we should all just move our mouths and not actually make any noises.
Just
Are you trying to figure it out? Can you hear us? Maybe she really can't.
we're bad.
Played
people.
yourselves.
Oh, there we go.
Are you guys laughing at me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well,
We
yeah,
would never.
we were thinking that maybe you were connected, and so I don't know who had the idea to just move our mouths, so you would think that.
I
your
think it
audio
was
wasn't working.
Tucci.
It was.
It was me. It was my fault.
I don't know how this works, okay?
Well, you got it to work.
Things I said on prom night.
Hello. No. I knew how it worked. I just didn't know how well it was going to work.
Oh well, so you were a step up on me.
Welcome, viewers. We have
It goes into any, but I
five.
don't know.
we show
how well
5
it's
viewers.
How
Everybody
can I
wants to
see-
see Flappy Bird.
We got 5 people. Yeah, they can. Oh, never mind. That just changed. It's because I said something. And it's probably
There's
like
people here.
it's probably like
Oh,
3 of us
wait.
viewing it right now. So
I'm not on there.
Me
No, no.
either.
no, I checked
I
it
don't have.
a
I
little
don't have
bit
Facebook
ago,
right now. So
but
I'm about to reactivate Facebook
Oh,
just
shit.
for this.
uh-oh. Hey,
Oh
Welcome
yeah.
back.
check this out. Check what happens when. Well, you guys probably can't see it unless you're looking at this. The
You check
screen.
what happens. Got him.
Like, I'm gonna like our
Got
feed.
him.
Rocks are like a baby in a cradle.
We got cool alerts and shit. Carrot cake brew. What is that?
That sounds delicious. I'd drink it.
If you post a link to it in the messenger chat, I can put it on my Twitter too.
Twitter.
I like carrot cake and I like
I
beer. I'm in.
Hold on.
Oh, hey, it's Chris.
Hello.
Oh, there's already a link in there. Got it.
Is there?
Got it.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I did that. Hello, Christopher. Welcome to the stream.
Hello. I am here.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah. Yeah. All the windows are now like 3x3. Like my what do they call that? Neuroticism, maybe. But what the hell?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Thank you, the man with the words.
I have words.
Yeah.
I have words.
Yeah.
Hello.
But
I know things.
so yeah.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and get into it. So, well, welcome to all of you and to all two of our viewers so far.
Hell yeah. Hi, two guys, two people.
To the Basement Dwellers Live. We are a bi-weekly podcast, and I completely forgot the script. It's been so long.
It's been 2 weeks.
Oh, it has.
And before
Yeah.
that, it was like 6 months, and you remembered.
I did? No, I had it in front of me, but I did not prep that far.
Technically, we're not a podcast anymore. Now we're a webcast.
A vodcast? Is that?
Oh,
is that
what are
it's
you
called?
from the mid 2000s with your vodcast?
Isn't that what it's called? Vod? No.
Mm.
Video on.
Call it
I
a
don't know.
webcast. It's
Doesn't
a
matter.
webcast.
Yep.
It's whatever you want it to be, my man.
So yeah, so we are here and we are going to be discussing how we have spent the lockdown, staying in touch with not only with friends but also with our hobbies, and what we've been doing to kind of get around the fact that you can't just go see people anymore.
Yeah, you can't
You
get
can,
near
but you
anyone.
you gotta stay
Yeah.
6 feet apart.
6
true.
feet apart. Yeah,
6 feet.
social distancing hobbies.
No
So-
touching penises.
Aw.
Except for
I
those. Except for those in your immediate home.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I have been woefully misinformed then. So
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I tried listening to our governor talk, but I can't because I
Let's
can't.
leave politics out of this.
Yep.
No politics.
No, I just get distracted when you try to listen to like the political people talk, and there's
And the hand people.
the sign language people in the back was like,
Yeah. You know, and no disrespect to them because they're incredible, but they are hilarious to watch.
I don't know if you've ever seen this video, but it's at a rap concert, and they have a
Yes.
"Oh yes,
sign language interpreter, and she's just
that
banging
woman,
it out, and like
that woman is awesome. She's the
Yeah.
whitest girl there, and the rapper comes over and he's like, "Holy fuck, look at this bitch." He
Yeah.
was into it.
That was great. I remember that one. I don't remember who was on stage because I don't listen to rap, but it was. I've also seen. Wasn't the same lady, but someone at a death metal concert. I think
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like Lamb of God or something like that, and she's just like
Yes.
headbanging and like she could just do like this the entire time, and the message would come across. But yeah, it was pretty cool. David says he's in Georgia and they never got locked down. Really?
Yeah, it's because you're in Georgia.
Based.
Sorry.
I mean,
like-
Most of us are in
like-
Michigan, and
Georgia's
that's all that
like
matters.
Florida's hat. So I mean,
That's how I
you're
feel about
just as
Canada.
bad.
Canada.
Listen,
yeah.
I love Canada. Canada's
Canada
amazing.
is the USA's top hat. Like
Best top hat ever.
Or,
so fancy.
or what is the raccoon tail hat?
The Davy Crockett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Crockett. Yeah.
I mean, have you seen Mexico? America has a huge dick. Then
Yep.
Is that
Thank
what they
God
call
for
the
South
David
America.
Crockett? South America. Yeah.
David.
what is happening in this conversation right now?
no.
All right, so
hobbies, guys.
close the
Lord.
box.
Yeah.
hobby is
Oh.
making dick jokes.
So-
and you can do those from any distance.
Yeah,
Can you?
exactly. But wouldn't be
So
a
glad I'm
TBD
way more
show.
mature than you guys.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Da.
So
Elitist in here.
let's start things off. First off, what have you guys been doing to kind of keep yourselves sane throughout all of this, hobby wise? Let's start with the two people we haven't seen in a long time. Tucci, let's start with you, man. First off,
Oh.
it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How you guys doing? Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing good.
definitely.
Good.
What have you been doing?
Just keeping busy. Work's crazy because furloughs and stuff happen, and that's lucky to still be around, and really thankful to still be where I am and all that. But work does get a lot harder during times like this. Just a lot of other stuff going on, but outside of work, because work's gay. Excuse my language.
Whoa.
We're on Facebook, buddy.
Just dropped the hard G there.
My bad.
Not that,
So
not
that's
that
my
it's
hobby.
acceptable
That's been my
anywhere,
hobby.
but your
Yeah,
hobbies.
no,
I think I was changing the
Shouldn't be
subject.
using that word for that.
That's my hobby, guys.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be using that word for that. My bad.
Yeah.
But yeah. So no, I mean, just doing the same things I've been doing. Just more confined indoors, and that's fine and all, because that's pretty much where I am 90% of my day anyway. So
Yeah.
Just gaming. I'm doing a lot of Stellaris lately. My wife is pregnant, so yeah, we did the thing. Yep. PP works.
You did the thing.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
so.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
I was
that
pregnant,
baby
it's not
don't look
mine.
like me. Yeah, so
The milkman.
yeah, and then just dealing with immigration stuff, because that's crazy right now with all this going on too.
Oh,
So
oh,
that's
Oh, because it was
It's
such a smooth
awful.
process before now.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
Well, we'll
Yeah,
have
yeah,
not
a
getting
while ago.
political, guys. Come on.
So,
sorry.
to leave the politics out of it, it's a lot like riding a bike down a hill with lots of potholes. And then with COVID-19 in the mix, it's like doing that, but also having to jump over trash cans at the same time. So
Sick.
You're playing the most
It's-
badass game of Paperboy ever.
Yeah.
yeah, it's really difficult and it's costly. So
I
before
bet.
before you marry internationally, make sure you have the money to do it.
Oh boy.
But
we have congratulations on this the sex in the chat.
thank you,
now.
thank you. Yeah,
Way
it
to
was
do the sex.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work, so put a lot of calories into that one.
Yeah. I say, man,
yeah,
you,
but
you are
no.
you are looking a lot thin. A lot.
Oh.
I was
thin.
gonna say
A
you
lot
do
thin.
actually. You look
A lot
thinner.
thin.
You do.
You must
Thank
have
you.
been having a lot of sex.
Gonna leave that one to the mystery, but
I have no frame of reference because this is the first time I've actually seen your face, like, for real.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Well, no. I for those curious, I've lost like 80 pounds in the last 3 years.
Wow.
Just
Nice.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
intermittent fasting. It's the way to do it for me anyway. If that doesn't work for you, I totally get it. But if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. So,
Good deal.
but yeah. So hobbies,
about it.
just video gaming and being a up and coming father, I guess, is another thing. Looking for apartments so we can be just me and my wife. So
Yeah.
instead of a roommate mixed into the middle. So
Yeah, man.
Right.
just a lot of growing up.
Solid choice on Stellaris, by the way. That is a
Oh.
fantastic game.
I'm
Yeah,
considering
do
it.
you have it? Because we
Oh, yeah.
definitely
I
should
love it.
play. Because I'm like on that I don't know some term.
What do you have it for?
Uh,
what system?
PC.
Oh yeah, so do I. Yeah.
PC.
Good.
That's
PC.
great.
It's the way to do it. I have
Thanks for the
actually
follow,
debated doing it on like Nintendo Switch or something if it comes out on that. But it's a large.
It's a nice
game,
and
so I
short
don't know.
game too.
Oh yeah, very nice and short.
Dude, I looked it up in
Very
the
nice
Steam
and
store.
short.
There's like 12 expansions or DLC or whatever. Which
Even
one-
the base game is just
which
awesome.
one's
It's
which,
really good.
What is
Yeah,
the base
so-
game just called? Is it just Stellaris, or is it like?
As
Yeah.
far as I
So
know. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, so the base game is just Stellaris. So Stellaris is a, I guess a strategy real time or RTS strategy game, but it's like grand, like big level thinking. You've got a lot of number crunching going on, a lot of building management and stuff like that, I guess is the best way to put it. So, and then of course you have to kill the non-believers while you're at it, which is always a good time. So, so the heretics, yeah. I've tried playing as a pacifist in that game, and it is not an easy game when
Thanks
you're
for the
playing as
follow,
a
Vince.
pacifist.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna pass this fist into your face.
Ooh, don't threaten me with a good time.
We did me and a couple of friends did I think there was 5 of us. We did a LAN party with it, and gosh, we played for about 14 hours because we did I don't know I think it's one of the expansions
Man.
where you play for a long period of time, and because the game takes so long, the big bad dudes come in from the outside and start closing in on everything.
Yeah.
We played long enough to hold them off, and it was just awesome, but by the end we were dead tired, and I haven't played it since, and that was like 2 years ago.
You burn yourself out quick with that game if you're not
Seriously.
careful. Yeah.
It is a great game though. I highly recommend it to anybody who's curious about it.
Nice.
10 out of 10.
I am now curious about it.
Yes, me
10
too.
out of
Check
10.
it out. It's really
Because
good.
you can be like, if you're into mechs, which if I remember correctly, Chris, you are into mechs, right? Yeah.
I am.
So
Yes.
they've added machine intelligence under the Gestalt consciousness. So you can do that. You can start on a ring world. You can start on floating habitats.
Hell yeah.
It involves into, there's a lot of DLC for the game too. The workshop is huge on Steam. So you
Nice.
can do
Okay.
stuff like really expanding on the mega structures. You can add different races if that's your thing, or
Nice. Okay.
tons of different resources stuff. But yeah, so I have taken up a lot of time, so I'll pass it
No,
along.
that's what we're
Nah,
here
dude.
for.
You said LAN party, and I was just like, remember the days where you would link 4 X bricks together and
Yeah.
play Halo with 16 people?
Halo 3, baby.
Oh, Halo 3, no,
I
Halo
remember
1.
watching
Yeah.
watching everybody do that because I was absolutely trash at Halo. It's still
Well, I
am,
was trash
probably.
too, and it was still fun.
Yeah. So Boots, you made the trek back from Michigan to the state of cheese.
Yeah.
How was your trip, and what have you been doing hobby wise to stay sane throughout all of this, if that's even the case?
My trip back was fine.
Good.
It started to rain like as soon as I got into Wisconsin, so it's just like really, I wasn't pumped about coming back, so the rain just made it even worse. But
Yeah.
today was a great day.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, great.
Wait, were you being sarcastic?
No, just agreeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Great.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't been doing a lot of anything. I've been doing a lot of puzzle books
Okay.
and actual jigsaw puzzles. That's about it.
Sick.
Nice.
And sleeping, also a hobby.
I wish
Sleep's
go.
always
Good one.
I had that
Very good
hobby.
one.
They were like depression naps, but still hobby.
I mean, naps are
Sleeping.
naps, fam.
Yeah. All right.
No judgment here.
Yeah. So from the out of Michigan people, the only one left, JJ. What have you been doing?
You're pretty much looking at it. I've been just working from home and hanging out with my little kitty and cat. My cat. That's not a euphemism. I know.
Good save. Good save. Good save.
That clicked right away.
Yeah. Not the worst thing that's been said on this.
Your filter's better than
So
mine.
far.
So, yeah.
But basically, I mean, you know me, video games and my YouTube channel. I have a list of 20 games that I make at the beginning of every year that I want to beat by the end of the year, and it's just games from my backlog and stuff. So
Yeah.
I've been working my way through that. I am 10 down right now, I think.
Oh, wow.
And
Nice.
I'm working my way through Dragon Quest VII, which is a long game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just watched your video on your Wii U games, actually.
Oh yeah, Part
That
one.
was yeah, that was cool. I'm like, man, I forgot all that. Like, I never owned a Wii U, but I was like, man, I felt like it wasn't around for very long, but a ton of games came out for it.
You know what? Not as many as you'd think. I think there's like it's somewhere around 140 total. So I've actually
Yeah.
considered like trying to maybe collect that entire run
Oh,
at
man.
some point. The longer I wait, though, the harder it's going to be to find them because I guarantee you it's going to be kind of like a not like as hard to find and as expensive as like something like the Virtual Boy or something like that. But I think because, like you said, it hasn't been around for very long or wasn't around for very long, it's going to be tougher eventually to find that stuff. So it'd be a neat little collector's item. So it still works
Definitely.
great. I just finished Earthbound Beginnings on it
Nice.
a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
Other than that, yeah, just working and recording stuff.
Nice. I'll do the co-host maneuvering. You should plug your YouTube channel.
Yeah,
in
I
the,
just
live
I
chat.
just linked it in the chat. So if
Oh,
anyone
okay,
wants to
good,
check
good.
it out. But
Game Room Revival. I was
yeah.
telling Wes earlier, I have to apologize for like my last like 3 or 4 videos because I forgot to set up my ring light, and I don't even know how I like
Yeah.
forgot it because normally there's a big, thing of light
Bright
blasting
light,
in the
yeah.
face, and I just forgot. And then at the end of it, I was like, oh hey, I totally forgot to do that. I don't feel like
Dang
recording.
it.
So I just ran with it, and so.
Mhm.
But the other ones prior to that are very good quality, I think.
Yes.
So, and I also
Yeah,
do
very
a audio and video podcast with a friend of mine, my friend Adrian, called Pixeled Perspective.
Mhm.
And we just talk a little bit about everything. Past two episodes, we've dug deep into. Actually, past three episodes, we've dug deep into Final Fantasy VII, the original, the remake, what we've thought, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
man. Did you just start that podcast during all of this? Because I noticed you guys kind of do what we're doing right now, where it's kind of like a Zoom thing back and forth. Was that out of necessity because of things going on right now, or did you start that way before?
No, so Adrian and I, we met because he reached out to me when I used to do my podcast years ago, The Frozen North, and he was just a fan of the show, and I am ridiculously responsive when it comes to like people who are into my stuff. Like I appreciate it to no ends, so I try to respond to every single YouTube comment, every email I get, every
noticed.
Twitter tweet I get. I'm all over it.
Nice.
So he happened to reach out to me one time after watching me stream a little bit and asked for some advice because he was doing his own podcast called Just a Bit Gaming. And so we talked a little bit and we became, friends through just messaging and stuff. And then he mentioned that he was going to Retropalooza in Arlington, Texas. This was 2 years ago. And him and I are both collectors. So we have that in common. We talk about, collecting and hard finds and stories we've had looking for games and that kind of stuff. And I went down there and we hung out for that entire weekend. I got to hang out with him and his wife, and we've done that for 2 years now, just hanging out on that weekend. This past year, we were like, we should freaking start a podcast. And because, when him and I just start talking games, like we can go off for like 3-4 hours and not even realize what just happened.
Nice.
And so we figured, we'll start recording stuff and see what happens. So we put out our first episode in January, and it's been fun. It's just a once a month thing, which is really nice. It's not like when I did TFN. I at one point was doing weekly episodes, which was just brutal. And that lasted the whole show lasted 4 years, but the weekly episodes thing I think maybe lasted 1 full year of that. Just because I couldn't do it. I kept doing weekly episodes by recording 2 on the same day, and then giving the other guys a week off, but then myself just editing every week.
Yeah.
So it was just still brutal.
I know.
But
I know the feels, man. Not the weekly episodes part, but
right.
Yeah. So real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Rachel and Joe and Vince and Kenny for following the Basement Dwellers on Facebook. So you
have a
Ron,
YouTube channel now too, don't you?
Yes, but I don't have a fancy link for it. Like you can't.
Okay.
You can't. I was going to tell you because I think I just linked yours, but it doesn't have your actual URL. But now that you have over 100 subscribers, you can get that. So you can have like a youtube.com/Game Room Revival. You should do
I
it.
think they call it like a vanity link or something like that.
Yeah, but we're nowhere near that. So
Cool.
all I have is just a gigantic URL to give out. But yeah, the stuff that we're doing now. I mean, obviously the experience is to be streamed live and interact with everyone on a real-time basis, but we will be uploading to YouTube. Our first one's up there right now, and this one will be shortly later tonight or tomorrow at some point. But so we can look forward to that. Ron, if you're still here, dude, we miss and love you too, buddy. Tell that wife of yours happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Actually, Wes, what you might be able to do is link the video that you uploaded instead, and then they can just go to the channel from that video.
Oh, yes.
True.
There you go.
This is
True
it. Yes.
Easy views.
I shall.
Yeah. That's how you're not going to get a lot of watch time.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Together.
Got it.
Yeah, that'll work. And there still is a whole bunch of imposter basement dweller podcasts out there, and one of them dares to have more subscribers than we do. They have.
Are they still active though?
I don't know. They have 27. We have 13. But
Well, you're
I'll
about
get
to
there in no
have
time.
never mind.
14.
There's another
All
one.
About
great
to make it
things start
15.
small.
Yeah, we'll see.
All great things start small, fam.
Yep.
That's good.
But anyway, moving on. Let's go to Mr. Pirate Man. Why? First off, why are you a pirate? And secondly, what kind of pirate things have you been up to? In the
Yeah, give us a good yarg.
Yar.
That's a good one.
Well, ye land lovers.
yeah.
Wait, is your? Oh,
I am a pirate. Yeah, legit.
I thought that was the glare on your glasses.
Did you just not notice the
I am.
white patch on his face?
I am legitimately a pirate for the next probably hour or so.
Oh yeah.
Because I had laser eye surgery today to
Whoops.
fix my diabetes eyes.
Why didn't you just get the laser surgery an hour earlier, and then you would be done with it now?
Because I'm just a stupid bitch. All right.
Foresight.
You feel
Fair enough.
better? You feel better
He
now?
didn't have the foresight.
The Foresight's 2020.
I mean, listen, 2020. The best they can get my left eye, which is my shitty eye, is the 2025. So that sucks. But
Still pretty decent. I mean, that's not
I
terrible.
still think you're totes adorbs.
Oh,
Yeah. You can.
Boots doesn't
just own
apparently.
I told.
well,
no.
Boots
She's
doesn't
like,
have to. She
oh.
can think I'm a sack of shit for all I care.
There you go.
That was pretty harsh. That came out way harsher than it was supposed to.
It's okay. You
Oops.
have one eye right now. You're allowed.
It's okay. You have one.
I literally do. No, because like my left eye is the one that is the worst because of all the diabetes problems with it.
Mhm.
So when your eyes go bad, your body tries to fix them by growing new blood vessels.
Okay.
By growing the new blood vessels, it blocks your vision.
Yeah.
So if you don't take care of yourself, you'll go fucking blind. So don't do that.
Yep.
Take
I
care
thi-
of
I
yourself, Drew.
Lesson learned.
Yep.
Lesson learned.
Well, I mean,
Um,
part of that is not your fault, being type 1. But
Yeah, part of it is legitimately just the diabetes and
Mm-hmm.
I blame nature.
not being able to control it as well as I did
Right.
when I didn't have good insurance. But
Yeah.
no,
That's a problem.
it is. But I had good insurance. Then I lost my job on Monday, so this is just a downer episode for Drew.
Wow.
It's all right.
Damn,
We'll
dude.
It's
change.
been a pretty shit past couple of days.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
No, but I'll be fine. I'm not really too worried about it. What I've been up to is just working on the podcast.
Yes.
With-
Let's. Why don't you explain that real quick because we kind of glossed over it last episode.
yeah, let's plug that bad boy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, not this Chris, but another Chris. Ron, Nick, and I started the podcast time.
Chris.
Yeah.
The Chris with a K.
Yeah. Evil. If you're Chris with a K, evil.
Well,
Fair enough.
we'll have to have a Chris off or something. See what happens.
That sounds oddly sexual.
Well, I mean, take it how you will.
I will take it.
That also sounds sexual.
I mean,
Usually like
as I
missionary.
will. Yeah. The most superior. Never mind. Let's continue on.
Yeah. So, what's this sexual podcast
so-
with Chris's? Is all? What's
so
it all
we
about?
TBD
started-
after dark already.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
it's not even dark out yet.
I know.
No, we
No.
started the Podcast Time Network podcast, and the main one we've been doing is one called Cryptid Fight Club, which is you take two cryptozoological creatures and we describe their appearances and mythologies and then fight them to the death. And
Yep.
I do believe we just put out episode 6
6.
today.
Yep. I
And
listened
that
to
was-
it earlier.
That was the Groot Slang versus the Kraken.
I was on that one.
You were on that one, Chris.
I was a special guest.
You
Oh
were.
my.
And Wes was a special guest on, I believe it was the 3rd episode.
Yeah, it was
Which
one of the
was-
German named.
The Snallygaster versus the
Snallygaster.
Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the Snallygaster is fucking badass.
Mhm,
Listen to that episode because that thing is fucking terrifying.
mhm.
Yeah.
But we have
Has a German name. That's why it's terrifying immediately.
but we have a few more episodes for this season. We have 2 more, and then we're gonna have a losers bracket and then a winners bracket to see who the ultimate loser and the ultimate winner is of season 1. And then in between those, we have a couple of other little episode shows. We have Craft Time and Settled. Settled is argue with your friends about what the best kind of blank is or what have you.
Mhm.
And a couple other ones in there. It's just really fun stuff. So if you want to, check it out. If you don't, Go fuck yourself. I don't care.
And
That's
then
your, that's your
off.
go-to. That's your go-to answer for a lot of things. Like you're a grown-ass person. Do what you want.
You
It's a
are.
good answer.
You are a grown ass man or woman who can make their own grown ass decisions.
Yep.
Drew, don't tell your listeners to fuck off. Aren't you worried about the optics?
Oh,
Hey JJ, are you a listener?
I'll show myself out.
His optics are a little off right now.
No,
so.
JJ,
Yeah,
are
he's
you
like-
are you a listener?
I confess I have not listened yet.
All right, then go fuck yourself. Anyway,
I had said I was. You would say, "Oh, okay, well then go fuck yourself."
yeah. See,
I would.
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
You know,
Right.
You called my bluff. Hey,
Okay,
but,
These jokes
yeah.
could not be any cornier.
yeah.
JJ, I love you right
Get
now, man.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. See, I post puns like every day or every other day, but I cannot just come up with them on the fly like the man to my right.
He's not even a
You're
dad.
actually
Stage
over there
right.
to me.
He
Am I
to
really?
me,
Over there
you're,
to me.
you're
Hey,
this way.
You're
Let's
both like
let's
on
point
these sides
here.
of me right now.
touch my
This is
fin-
going to sound
touch
really
my
bad.
finger,
but Boots
JJ.
is right here.
touch my touch my finger, JJ. Touch my finger.
Like, you guys
I
could
can't.
touch-
I,
You
Yeah,
can't.
you guys
no,
are,
other way.
you're
Like an
touching
ET
Tucci if you
thing?
touch
Other
me.
way.
Oh, that's
Other way. Other hand. Yep. Hold on. Stay there.
Wait,
Stay there. Oh, there we go.
I feel
Oh yeah,
very
look at
weird
you
now.
gingerly touching
This
your
feels,
deuce.
feels right.
what
Okay.
what unique content
Yes.
we provide.
I'm going to go
for
wash
our
my
listeners.
hands.
But anyway, yeah, check it out if you want to. Give us a follow on Facebook, Podcast Time Network. Yeah. And I won't tell you to go fuck yourself if you listen, because I'll
And-
love you forever.
Where can they find your wonderful podcast?
Oh, well, thank you, Chris with the CH. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Castbox, and Podbean.
Okay.
And we're doing the crazy weekly episodes right now. Every once in a while, we have a bi-weekly episode. So
Lots of content.
lots of content coming out.
Yep.
Good.
So
Good.
check it out. Leave us some feedback. Let us know what you think. Send us AMA questions because we did one episode of that and it was a shit ton of fun. So
Yeah, I was
Send
like
us more.
90% of those questions, if I remember correctly.
he sent us like an email with like 12 questions on it, and I think out of the handful that we did, they were all Chris's except for the one that Vince sent us.
It's the Chris
Good
show
times.
now.
Yeah.
Chris Shaw.
It was the Chris the CMA. No,
Ooh.
that doesn't work.
Hmm.
No, that's the Chris Me Anything. No, I mean, you
Chris-
can,
No, that's going to be the name of my podcast, Chris Me Anything.
And,
well, I would love to be a guest on the Chris Me Anything podcast.
Me too. And,
got it.
And all of us here, because we're going to go to you next, buddy. What have you been doing besides sending all these questions to Drew in their podcast?
That's it. That's all I've been doing is just typing away.
Yeah.
No. No, I've
That's what
been,
doing for fun.
that's a hobby.
Yeah.
No. So
Good one. It's a good one.
in my spare time, I've been an essential worker, so I've been out and about in all of this stuff, all over West Michigan, basically.
Oh yeah, thanks for the DP,
Yeah.
Doctor.
a DP though.
Oh my God! Say that again, because that was the best thing I've ever heard.
That's clippable. That is a clippable
Yeah,
statement.
exactly.
Do we need a tagline for this episode? Because there it is.
That's going to be part of the intro.
Yeah,
one
when
day.
when I upload.
Wow.
Holy shit! That just happened
Yeah.
in real life.
It's a
Yeah.
completely different experience being able to look at everybody's face while we're talking.
Right?
Yeah,
like
it's been
Oh my
been
God.
3 years of just Discord chat, and now
Basement
Right.
Dwellers t-shirt idea.
exactly. So anyway, Chris,
Anyway,
thanks for
So,
the DP, buddy.
and, you're welcome.
We all thank you for the DP.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Good man.
You're welcome. But yeah, so when I get home from work, I've been working on a few different things. So one of them, I don't know if you can tell right there,
a whiteboard.
is just some that's a whiteboard right here. Some notes for a upcoming role playing game that I'll be doing with a couple different groups here.
Ooh.
So when that's ready to go, don't pay too much attention to it. But that's good. I can't read.
No, there's no pictures.
Yeah, exactly. There's no memes. I didn't do it in memes, so that's why you can't see it.
They're called memes.
Memes.
Get out.
It's
Meme.
meme.
Meme. No, Drew, come back, Drew. Other than that, I've been actually in a couple different role-playing games. I'm in one with Wes here, actually, once a month or so. I have a weekly game that I do. It's been a little sporadic the last little bit just because of life or internet connections or whatever. And then I've been on another one with Drew and a couple other friends of ours. So that's been kind of my gaming stuff. I've been
It's a lot of games.
Yeah, it is. It's actually the most I've been a part of in like 10 years. So it's a little overwhelming. I have to juggle a lot of things and try to make sure that life is still balanced so far. But we'll see what happens in the next little while.
Fuck that. Just live in role playing games.
Yeah, with all that DP you're slinging.
Yeah, right.
Slinging DP.
Slinging the DP to everyone.
All that Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Yeah.
Oh, if you need that DP cream, come to Chris.
Oh, this escalated so quickly.
This is getting away from us.
Hope we don't get Zach.
Wes's mother is watching.
Maybe.
Well,
probably not anymore.
I hope not. But
oh, well, pardon me for being the dirty one.
That's okay.
Come on, Drew, just help us patch this up.
I love life right now. But yeah, other than that, I've actually been working on a raised garden bed for my wife and I. That's been kind of a fun project. Been doing like outdoorsy man stuff, so that's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
How's it coming along? Did you finish it?
Not yet. I'd say it's probably like 80%. It's basically the final touches at this point, like the cap pieces that go around the top, to kind of solidify it in, and then just the chicken wire to go around it to keep out larger animals. All the chickens. Exactly. You know, in downtown Holland,
those
there's
crazy Holland chickens. Yeah.
Chickens everywhere. I don't know
everywhere. Who knows? But
I mean,
yeah,
they're free range chickens.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I'm in Holland Township, so you're allowed to have a small farm if you want to a point. I think.
So you could have.
I could have chickens.
Could have a chicken turret.
Oh boy.
Cockfield.
Oh boy.
Field. Yeah,
Cocks everywhere. Cocks as far as your eye could see.
Now, Drew, you're just digging now. You're just trying to find
Which
stuff.
in your case would not be very far right now.
Yeah.
Or,
Or, digging for buried treasure.
True. But go ahead. Yeah.
No.
What?
All right. No, nothing. No.
No. We're
oh, we done talking about cocks now?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry that my brand of potty humor
Hand check, guys.
not good enough for you guys anymore.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to.
Well,
hold on.
We can't
We're gonna have to
edit
start
this,
using.
Drew.
We're gonna have to start using the reactions in Zoom. Watch this. There's a thumbs up.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, or there's like
Oh.
a raise your hand, or maybe that's clapping your hands. I don't know.
yeah, see,
It's
I
clapping.
know we can't edit it, and talking about cocks isn't bad because cocks are chickens. Get your heads out of the gutter.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
exactly.
true. You're right.
So,
But other than that, no, I just been trying to keep sane with everything. I mean, like I said, I have to go out and go
Deal
into
with the
different
public.
grocery stores and see people wear masks or not wearing masks or whatever they decide they want to do. And
I think the important question is, do you wear protection?
I do.
Good.
Yes. Yep.
Good
I got a face mask. I got hand sanitizer in my car. I wash my hands when I enter a building, when I leave a building.
full
Latex
body
suit,
condom.
all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like the whole thing. I got a machine that like completely solidifies me in silicone, so I don't have to touch.
Ooh,
Anyways.
there you
Need one of
go.
those.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good deal, man. Good deal.
yeah. What about you, Wes?
Yeah.
What have you been
Thanks.
doing?
Mr.
Doing your
Mr. King of Segways.
that's me.
Well, I've had a kind of a mixed experience with everything.
You're gonna poke out Drew's other eye there, Boots.
Yeah, careful.
Only if I'm lucky.
But
no, they legitimately won't
yeah.
do both eyes at once because they don't want you walking around blind all day.
I didn't see
Smart.
that coming.
that's
Oh, you said it was just an hour.
Hey, neither did I. Oh no, I got this done at about noon 30, so it's been about 7 hours.
Oh.
I'm supposed to wear this for 8 to 9.
Okay, you're almost there.
We're close.
Live reveal.
So live reveal, yeah. so yeah, I've kind of had a mixed experience as far as staying sane throughout all of this. I was lucky to get a job where I could work from home, so but I only had that job maybe 2.5 weeks before this all went down, so I got really lucky. And beyond that, you know, I got a 5-year-old running around, and I'm surprised she hasn't busted in the door yet. But dealing with that and getting her set up and staying on top of the schoolwork that her teacher has sent. She has Zoom meetings, which is hilarious. But trying to juggle all that while you're working from home, a little stressful at times. But obviously this helps. And beyond that, like Chris mentioned, we have a monthly D&D game. We've been running that entirely online, which has been a new experience for me. Just using all the different types of technology that are out there to play D&D has been interesting. Aside from connection issues, there hasn't been a whole lot that you can't do online. So it's been pretty fun in that regard. Yeah. But
no, it's definitely been a learning experience with a lot of this, because 90% of my my gaming experience with role playing and whatever has been, you know, face to face at the table, and it hasn't been until this year that I've really done a lot of stuff with Discord or what we use Zoom here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's been interesting.
Yeah, it has been interesting. Yeah, being able to see people face to face, I guess, has been the biggest help with kind of getting into the mood when it comes to D&D. But beyond that, I think everyone mentioned video games. That's been a big thing. Recently got my PC back up in order and have been kind of diving headfirst into the hobby that is PC gaming. It's very frustrating because you realize you can't play half the shit that you want to, but
it do be like that.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so yeah, that's about it. I've been confined. I've confined myself to the house pretty steadily since this all went down. I think I've only left, like, I can count the times on my hand.
Okay.
So it's been kind of a crazy world. So
right.
Yeah. Not that.
So you were talking about you like the Zoom meetings and stuff, right? Because you can see people. See, I hate them.
You hate them?
Yeah,
Drew's like I hate this.
No,
right
like,
now I really hate this. Right
no, I was trying to transition into a serious talk for a second.
Yeah, let's go for it.
But
let's do it.
Fuck me, right in my ass.
right in your unused eyeball.
Right in my good eye.
Yeah.
No,
wow.
But see, I'm not a big fan of the Zoom meetings because it makes me long even more to like see all of you that I can in person.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, sure, it's nice for like to be able to see JJ and Tucci and Boots because you guys all, you know, live so far away. There's no way we could meet up unless someone gets married, like, you know, maybe Wes. But
it's gonna happen someday. I mean, it has.
But yeah, I mean, eventually.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like I don't like it because it messes with my like mental sanity. Because as much as I proclaim to hate people, the people that I love, like you guys, it really hurts me to like be able to see you, but not to be able to like give you like hugs or high fives or like punches in the arm when we're hanging out, like
or DP,
being able to actually like see you and you know,
you're an aggressive
talk to
lover.
you and touch you.
Aggressive lover.
like
Drew's
like,
down in this
yeah.
corner for me.
I for the people I love, like I love them with all my heart, and the people that I despise them with my entire being.
Mm.
So, like not being able to actually like physically see you guys and talk and hang out really sucks balls.
Yeah.
Right.
No, dude.
We miss you too, buddy.
Yeah.
We do.
I agree, man. It's been rough, especially from me coming down from graduating and just trying to get all that together and trying to find a job after all that. Like coming down from all of that, and then all of this happens, and it's like, well, now I have time to hang out with people and time to talk to people, and it's like we can't. I mean, outside of this setting, obviously, but you know what I mean. Like it's like just when I was starting to feel like, you know, I was like I can kind of reintegrate with my friend circles and everything like that. And it's like then comes along this virus to fuck everything up. So,
right. Well, yeah, you were go for like
I had to
3 years straight.
Yeah.
Without really being able to do much, and then like you said, you got the free time, and it's like it was almost like that Twilight Zone episode of the guy who just wants to he wants everyone to go away so he could read his books in peace and quiet, and then at the end of the show, his glasses break, and now he can't read any of the books, and all the people are gone, so he has no one to talk to.
Yeah.
Should have got LASIK.
Yep. Should have got LASIK.
Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. So been kind of dealing with that, but Drew, I totally get it, man. Like, you know, it's I've been able to compartmentalize. There we go. I've been able to do that word pretty decently when it comes to seeing you guys and seeing people on Zoom meetings has been if I know that's all I can get, I'm okay with that. I mean, obviously it'd be so much better to just, you know, all sit around a campfire or you know, actually throw a board game onto a table in front of us and, you know, do that, but you know,
and talk about something other than a pandemic.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I know.
I think that's why that is why I disconnected completely when it started, because
it's bombarded all the time.
People.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And you know, not that we want to do that either, but you know, right. Do any of you guys? Here's a kind of a weird question. Do any of you guys watch old commercials or movies or TV shows, and you're like, you see people hugging each other, and you're like, oh shit, you're not supposed to be doing that, and you're like, well, wait a minute, that's
wait a minute,
that's from
that's not real life.
That's from that's from the olden time.
Yeah, right. So long ago.
It's from the before time.
The before time. Yeah.
I don't even remember it because all commercials that I see on YouTube or wherever are all about in these trying times.
Yeah, everything's. Yeah.
We're in this together, guys.
We're in this together.
No, actually, I'm in my
to.
house alone.
Yeah,
actually,
and I'm ordering delivery.
Right.
I can't wait for once the pandemic is past, where you know how they have mesothelioma commercials for people that work in shipyards.
Yeah,
I can't wait for the COVID-19 lawyer hawks to come out trying to make the quick buck off of it.
Oh yeah.
Interrupting my Jerry Springer and Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
I don't even know what that would look like.
I don't
Who
either.
are you going to sue for Corona?
You know, they're going to sue
Bill
someone.
Gates.
It's the bats. We're going to sue the bats.
Gil
The
Bates.
bats.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep. So, I don't know. Maybe we've kind of exhausted the topic right now.
Oh, well, I've got a fun topic.
What's that?
Yeah, let's do it.
We got a couple minutes left.
So, just heard this morning. Joe Rogan has signed a $100 million deal with Spotify for exclusivity to his show.
Yep. He's taking everything off of YouTube.
Yep.
Which I think is crazy.
And iTunes and everything.
Yeah.
So what I heard is that it's going to be over the next several months up until November or whatever, and he's going to slowly transition everything.
Yeah, at the end of the year, everything was going to be wiped off everything else and all on Spotify.
See, I thought I heard that he was still going to have clips on YouTube.
That's true.
Well, that would make sense that there would still probably be clips, because I think the clips is ran on a separate channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I
JRE
know,
clips, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, he still has his hand in that, so he's still in. He'll still get money from it and everything. But yeah,
And if you're listening, Spotify, we are completely available to take that $100 million
yes.
Oh yeah, gladly,
Sponsorship deal.
gladly.
No, but
Um,
I was just listening to a show earlier today when they were talking about that, and they said for all the millions upon millions of viewers that he gets when he uploads, it's like now those people technically, well, not now exactly, but when this all change happens, those people are going to be looking to fill 3 hours of their time on YouTube. So it might actually be kind of a good thing because, he's at the top of the podcast world right now. And if he's not readily available on YouTube, then those YouTubers are going to be like, well, they're going to go to
what else is out there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Not that we have a chance in hell of that, but it's still kind of interesting.
Hey,
you know what I
even
mean?
a snowball has a chance in hell.
You're
80
right.
seconds.
That-
but it's
you're
a
right.
chance.
I mean, to be fair, Joe Rogan still did
To be
Survivor.
fair.
He had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
He didn't start
Fear
somewhere.
Factor.
Yeah. It's fear.
Was it Fear Factor? I don't know.
Fear
I was,
Factor.
yeah, whatever.
UFC.
MMA or UFC, yeah.
But yeah.
He was a
Here's a-
comedian first, though.
That's true.
Mhm.
Here's
And
a
he
weird.
was offensive funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kind
He's
of
good.
comedy.
Here's a weird transition to like old Survivor style shows. I just watched a video. So JonTron, I don't know if anybody else follows him.
Yeah.
But he makes videos every once in a blue moon. But when he does, they're great. But
They're fantastic.
they are. He reviewed Kid Nation, and so this was a 2000s Survivor style show where there were no adults, no parents, right? And these kids were basically put in the Old West, and they had to cook for themselves. They had to do like jobs and like run this town. And JonTron did a review of it, and it's like these kids are like crying and like they're miserable, and you can tell that a lot of things are staged. But at one point, one of the kids, he's like the youngest one, and he's the first one to leave because he's like, I can't do this. I miss my family, whatever. I'm too young for this. Are his exact words. And you're a wise child.
Yeah.
And he did a follow-up video that just came out a couple days ago where he found that kid he's grown up. He's 21 now, and he interviewed him like, did all this shit actually happen or was it staged? He's like, no, that stuff actually happened. We had to cook for ourselves. A bunch of kids got bleach poisoning because kids don't know how to clean dishes very well.
Yeah,
No,
they'd
you
be like-
disinfect the
They
food
just
with
poured
chlorine.
bleach
That's
on
what you
it?
do. Yeah.
Well, no, what they did is they're like,
inject
well,
the chlorine.
they don't have soap. Well, they're like, oh, well, we don't have soap and water. We'll just use bleach, and we'll bleach all the glasses, and then
my
not wash them out. And then, kids got bleach poisoning. There was one girl who got oil burns because they had to cook their own food, and 12-year-olds sometimes don't know how to really cook.
Hey, I've worked in a kitchen. 18 and up to 30-year-olds sometimes don't know how to cook.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
That's
It's
true.
dangerous world out
Fair
there.
enough. Yeah.
It's very true. But yeah, it was interesting. I'm like, man, I forgot that those shows were a thing, and Survivor's still going.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Is it?
Well, I have no idea because
Might
there's
be.
so many
I don't know.
different offshoots of
Haven't had
that
cable in a
type
while.
of reality.
Right? I
My
haven't
mom
had.
just watched the finale of Survivor last week, I think. So
Jeez.
Okay.
sure it was filmed last year.
What is the difference
Probably.
between Survivor and Survivor Man? Because I know that's a thing.
Oh, I don't
Superman
know.
is one man who goes out and survives in a wilderness situation.
Okay.
Like Bear Grylls. Kind
Like
of thing.
Bill Grylls or what's the guy's Les Stroud is Survivor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
But Survivor is all
it's
these people on an
Multiple
island.
people.
let's take these horny 20-somethings and dump them on an island and see
Between
how long it is
20 to
before
50.
they
Yeah.
start.
It's kind of just
fucking
like a
and forming
romance
tribes.
dating show now,
Is it really?
right? I don't
I-
know. I don't
There-
watch.
no, there is
I'll
one-
ask my mom. Okay.
Yeah, right.
There is
Yeah.
one like that
Report
on
back.
Netflix, isn't there? That's they
Yes.
drop them on an island and
They start
like-
with cash and then they
and if
lose it.
they have sex and stuff. They lose money. And,
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
What?
yeah.
Is this?
That's
you said
what they
this
do
is
on Survivor.
It is.
No,
On
no.
Netflix. no. Oh no, this is
Survivor.
Joe has
Different
changed
show.
so much.
Okay.
Oh my!
they just have sex on Survivor.
I
Best
thought that's
cable
what the
show
show
ever.
transpired into. Like,
Oh,
Maybe.
It might
Who
be. I mean,
knows?
we're getting closer and closer to Idiocracy, so pretty soon we'll just have the porn channel.
I haven't watched that movie in a long time. I might need to watch it as a retrospective to how 2020 is.
maybe.
Oh God.
I love that movie. It's so dumb.
It's what plants thirst for.
I mean, 2020 legitimately, like, if you've been actually following like all of the natural disasters and stuff, like, and
It's
granted,
nuts.
the natural disasters may have already been happening throughout the last few
Mhm.
years, but like just having the like being stuck at home and that being your one inlet of information, it's like you just hear of all these terrible things that are
Yeah.
happening I mean,
Yup.
what was it, India and Bangladesh, Bangladesh, I think, they or Budapest, sorry, Budapest got hit by a hurricane or a cyclone or whatever the hell they call it over there. So it's like yeah, I mean, like, there's stuff happening everywhere. You got locust swarms everywhere. You've got murder hornets now.
Murder
like,
hornets.
yeah.
Dude,
Well-
the
well, even
middle
in
of
Michigan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you guys are
What?
flooding, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, midtown or
flooding.
something like that.
Midland.
Midland.
See,
Okay,
I don't even
Midland.
know what exactly part.
Midtown.
It's about 140 miles north of Detroit. But
Okay.
like the major dam like couldn't hold back the waters anymore.
Two dams, yeah.
They were saying that it's worse than the 1986 100-year flood that happened. It's like a 500-year flood. Like
Dude.
they were saying that at worst it was going to be downtown Midland was going to be covered in 9 feet of
Yeah.
water.
I saw someone's house just float away. Like they
Yep.
had a video on Facebook.
It's not
Nuts.
Fun, I'm sorry.
It's not, but it's like surreal.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Like it's like,
Yeah.
You know, I had to do a double take. I'm
It's
like,
like-
is that just like a roof? No, that is a whole house literally floating away.
all on top of.
I was
everything,
asking my
just-
mom the other week if like Michigan gets swallowed by the Great Lakes, what would people find of mine years and years later
Ooh,
that they would think would be really cool, but they'd probably just find really
Oh.
dumb stuff.
that's an
That's a
interesting
great
thought
question
experiment.
to do here. So, if Michigan is completely submerged by the
No,
Great Lakes,
I want to end on a happy note.
no, this is a happy note. This is
Is
a
it?
fun
Maybe
one.
next
This is a
time.
fun one because what
Yeah.
are the archaeologists gonna find in the
Of-
year
of
3000?
Yeah, in the year 3000, what are they going to find of yours?
His right eye.
Yeah.
It's still right here, asshole.
No, you got to get it done again now because you uncovered it. You ding dong.
Yeah,
In an
I
hour.
got it. Oh yeah, I got like. what,
Who wants to suck it?
left?
All right, everybody.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
what do they find? Wes, you go first.
Okay. Yeah. Quick answers. We're gonna wrap it up here. 3,000. So you said year
In the year
3000.
3000.
Okay. What do they find of mine?
Correct.
Oh shit.
Yeah, in the year 3000. You know, nothing's changed. We all live underwater.
Yeah.
And your great granddaughter is doing fine.
Okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought of that song.
Okay, I'm glad someone picked up on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I completely forgot that.
Jonas Brothers, right? I think.
Something like that. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Something like that.
Okay, so I the first thing that pops into my head would be my guitars, because I don't think there's ever going to be a time in my life where I am going to forego having an instrument of some sort, and guitar would probably be it. So it'd probably be like, yeah, a 7-string guitar, and everyone would be like, "Oh my god, this loser was still playing with 7 strings. We now play with like 37.
We play with light.
We play
We
with,
have light
yeah,
guitars.
exactly.
JJ, you. What do they find of yours?
I'm gonna cheat and say absolutely nothing because all my stuff is like electronic and it'll all be fried and
No.
disintegrated
I
by
thought
then.
about
They find your Wii U collection.
Yeah.
140 games.
What the hell was he thinking?
I'll go next.
I got nothing.
Oh, perfect. They will find the buried remains of my Transformers collection that I still have.
Yep.
For my kids and my kids' kids, and it'll be great.
Yeah, man. Okay, Tucci, what about you, man?
Um, I don't really know. I guess probably just my prepping stuff. It's really the only thing. Well, that may be immigration papers, but besides that, like, I mean, to be honest, I don't collect that many things.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, you had to immigrate from country to country, not
Yeah.
like planet to planet."
Yeah.
Right, yeah. What a square.
Yeah, lame-o.
All right, Drew. Let's go to you. Then we'll end on Boots since she asked the question. So,
I don't have an answer though.
well, you got a little bit of time to think.
I'd say either my pop vinyls, because I have so many of them. They're made of plastic and they won't biodegrade.
Right.
Or my growing collection of Ninja Turtle toys.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what are these strange statues of people?
What are these little
they
turtle
worshipped?
gods?
These little turtle gods. Look at these false
so
idols
many Funko Pops.
as they worship He-Man.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Boots. What about you? What's your answer? You came up with this question, or your mom did? Maybe she.
No,
should
I
answer.
did, but
Your
I still
mom
don't
did.
have an answer.
Roasted.
Sure.
Roasted. Got him.
I mean, I have a lot of weird sculpture things, I guess.
Okay.
And I think that would probably be something that would survive. Like, let me see if you could see this weird head in the corner.
Oh my God! How do you sleep with that?
Well,
Is that a
Boots
head
is
down
serial
there?
killer.
Yeah. I don't want to say how I got it. I don't
We're just
wanna
gonna move
be on
past this, right?
record.
Yeah, we're
Hey,
gonna.
you know what?
Good night,
Plausible
everybody.
deniability.
But
Yeah.
I think that would survive. It's super heavy and solid.
Well, yeah, all the
And then
resin you gotta
people would
put in
just-
to preserve it.
Okay.
Hopefully look into my history and see that I'm really boring, but
Okay.
No, you're
that's about it.
an idol now. That's how they
Yeah.
say it.
That
She
may
murdered entire continents.
that may
Collector
deserve
of
some
gods.
that may deserve some extra attention later on, but for now, I've enjoyed my time. Thanks, guys, and thank you everyone who is listening / watching to this right now and in the future and in the past. So we're gonna cover all 3 time periods. Thanks, guys. Look for us again 2 weeks from now on Wednesday, same time, and we
Hey,
will we'll leave it there.
Fucking asshole.
Let's
You still want to hug me?
Let's do this in solidarity with Drew.
Nope.
You know?
But I can punch you in the face.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Fuck you all.
Perfect.